Joining me right now is former BAMMA bantamweight champion, Alan Philpott. What's going on, Alan? Welcome to Kumite Radio.
Hey, bro. Nice one. Thanks for having me.
Speaking of Kumite, you were a matchmaker for a show called Kumite. How was that experience?
Yeah, it was sick. My coach Rodney Moore back home in Northern Ireland he put on a couple of shows, and one name that he always had in his head since he started was Kumite. I think it was the kickboxer film that made him think of it. He's always been about, whenever he started, that's what it was like. It was all about the open weight tournament and stuff. So always stuck with him, and then I'm pretty well known in Ireland, North and South, and I gave him a hand and was matchmaking for him. It was testing at times, especially the last fight week, like having pull-outs and trying to sort out fights and making sure everything's up to date. And it was good. Like, I enjoyed it.
If you had a choice, would you be a matchmaker or a fighter?
A fighter all day. Yeah. Easier.
Well, you're from Northern Ireland, but right now you're sitting in Australia.
Yeah.
How did you get there?
Well, I'm signed to one of the London leading promotions, ACB. And we actually were fighting in the Gold Coast in December. I had a 4-week holiday booked after, just in Sydney. And then I was just like, I love this place. I'm not going home. So I decided to stay, and here I am a few months later.
Man, nice. Now, the last few years, if you look back, you have had an up and down roller coaster, It hasn't been the best of times, but it hasn't been the worst of times either. What were some of the positive takeaways you can use moving forward from those experiences?
Well, that's exactly it. Like, their experiences. I'm only 25. I've had 44 MMA fights. That's including my amateurs. I've got a lot of experience. I've got to travel about, but I've also made a lot of mistakes. But I've got the time nowadays fixing them and start capitalising on what's right and start moving forward. In the past, a lot of them losses were maybe short notice or bad preparation. I was the guy that promoters used to ring like on a couple of days' notice or a week's notice, and they knew I would take the fight. All was a stage. I was absolutely skint. I was getting offered like £500 for fights, and at that time, I was like, "Fuck it, I need to take whatever I can get." And again, I was just maybe the wrong mindset and just going about things the wrong way. But over the last few years, I've decided to spread the wings and move to Liverpool for a bit. Picked up a lot of knowledge there. Started doing things a lot better, and now I'm at the stage now where I know what to do as long as I've got the right people behind me, pushing me and helping me train. I believe now is where the road really starts. Like, I'm only starting to put it all together myself.
You said that you're spreading your wings, you're going to different places. I also read somewhere that you cut out bad habits, you made some changes to your lifestyle. What exactly did you do?
Well, I was just going about things the wrong way, you know what I mean? Like, not just like figuring on too much details. I wasn't being the full professional. Like, you have to, and you can't cut corners as such. Basically, I was just doing enough. I was just doing enough rather than pushing myself and doing that bit extra to be the champion, to be the best. That's what it's about. It's about doing more than you can and pushing yourself to the limits. I was always confident. I'm always confident. But looking back, like you say, it was just all down to like my preparation and fights and my diet and like my activities outside the gym and just about the way I was going about life. It was just like in the gym doing my training sessions, doing like a couple of extra ones, but then I was more focused on what was going on out and making some money through the fighting and that rather than focusing on fighting for the right reason. There was not much money in this, so I need to get out of my head. The money will come whenever it's right, but until then, I have to just enjoy the journey and just do what I can until I get there, and that's the difference. I was trying to sort of maybe, as you say, could rush it and thinking too far ahead.
Definitely, and you're only 25 years old, which means you have a long career ahead of you.
That's it. Like, I've had a lot of fights, a lot of experience, but I've never really took any damage. I've never been like hurt or damaged myself as such, and No, like if there's any most damage in fights, win or lose, I'm always damage. Like I'm always causing the damage. Like most of my losses, if you see, they'll be like stupid, silly chokes, like bad decision making and things like that. And again, everything's just been most of it. I can say is honestly been down to bad preparation, which is all my own fault. Like there's no one to blame but myself. You know, I've had the right coaches from day one that's been pushing me and doing. They can pass on the knowledge and do so much, but then it's the extra bits I need to do myself. And like rather than just kidding myself, you know, I've just been able to change them. Like being out here, I'm now the head coach in Legends MMA gym in Sydney, and you know, I've just realised like to get to the next level, I need to pick things up and do things differently.
The last time you were inside the cage was at ACB 76 last December, and it's been about 6 months. What have you been doing?
To be honest, I took like 3 months away completely. Didn't even train. I just was partying, enjoying myself. No, and I had a lot to get out of my system, and I needed to do that. And then the last 3 months, like once I heard ACB were coming back, I've just been focusing on just getting better, doing things right. Like I say, cutting out all them bad habits. No, I'm eating really good. No, I feel now and probably physically and mentally the best shape that I've been in years. You know, like you say, it's been a roller coaster ride for me in the past. I've been up and I've been down like a yo-yo. You know, whenever things were going right, like it was just sort of getting caught up in the mix of it. Where now, like I'm just seeing so clear. Like you know, I'm seeing all these guys. I'm seeing all these guys getting to the UFC. Nathaniel Wood and Tom Dickham. Man, no, I beat Nathaniel Wood, and I was giving Tom Dickham a tough fight before he caught me again. You know what I mean? And believe me and others believe that I was leading that fight. And these are now guys fighting on the highest level in the world. So they just need to start doing things right, and that's what that 3 month break taught me. You know, I needed to get hungry and find myself again, as you can say.
Now you got a fight at ACB 88 June 16th in Brisbane, Australia versus Gustavo Falciroli. When you look at this fight, what do you see in your opponent that's new?
Like I haven't, you know what I mean? Like if you watch any of his fights, it's all the same. You know what I mean? He's had a longer break than me. Not taking that away though. No, the breaks do you the word of good. He's a BJJ black belt. He's legit. He's fought on some of the toughest guys. No, he's a tough competitor. It comes to fight. You know, he doesn't cower away from a challenge. But I just feel that like the game's adapted too much, and I'm the next generation coming through. You know, where that'll be the difference. And plus, it's a typical striker first grappler match. You know what I mean? Like there's no secret there. He's going to try and take me down, and I'm going to keep it on the feet. But if it does go to the ground, I'm so confident that my wrestling and my MMA ability will be enough to override his jiu-jitsu. And, you know, I can see me finishing the ground there as well. Maybe not a submission, but I could see me pounding him out on the feet. I really, really believe, and it's not cockiness and it's not nothing against Gustavo, of most respect, but I believe that my striking ability is going to really show in this fight. Like I've got a new spark in me, and I've never felt like this.
You've been preparing in Australia for this upcoming fight. How long have you been in camp, and where have you been working mostly?
So I start whenever I heard about the fight, it's maybe about 15 weeks out. So I decided to have one more week to myself. I was in New Zealand at the time actually, waiting for my visa to come through because I planned just to take a year out or how long I didn't know. I was just going to work, try and get some money and get myself in front and live life a little. And I was doing that. I got a little job, went to New Zealand for a month to see some friends, and I was only meant to be there for a week, but I actually stayed a bit longer. And then got back to Australia, but I had two friends, the Cruiser brothers, Diego and Antonio. They had a fight lined up in Eternal in Adelaide, so I went down there, and then I was working with boxing at the Northside Boxing Club. Lee Jenkins. I was working some with Tony and Diego, and then I actually went to Trinity MMA there. So I've done about 6 in Rikers Gym, sorry, for striking as well. So I've done about 6 weeks, 7 weeks down in Adelaide, and then when I came back to Australia, my two guys from back home. They're over here and they're great fighters too. Owen Drumgoll and Paul Hughes. So us three, we've been working in Legends here where I'm at with Jesse Sanchez and Johnny Barra. They're my striking coach, and then I'll be going to Australia top team as well. So with Stuma and Ashkan McCarney and the boys out there. So it's been a wee bit all round the show, but to be honest, mate, I've actually enjoyed it. And the fact that I've been mixing it up constant with new bodies, different energy, different styles, it's really, really got my confidence boosted because I've been able to adapt every time. You know, and every time, every gym's, I've had different styles coming at me, and you know, I felt I've handled them well. You know, and like I've got on with every one of them. I felt like every time I was in each of the gyms, I felt like it was my gym. No, so honestly, everything's just fell into place, and no, I'm very grateful for the boys in Adelaide and up in Sydney that I've had them, and I've been able to get pushed because I was a wee bit worried because I wasn't sure what the level was like.
You've gotten some work in with the boys, like you said, at Australian top team, and Gustavo's former opponent is there. He's one of the best knockout artists in Australia, Darwin Sagaret. How helpful was that training with him?
Oh, it's been really, really good. You know, like Darwin's a great guy. All of them has been great guys, but he's preparing for another fight as well, and we've been pushing each other and really, really trying hard. Thankfully, I haven't had to eat one of them right hands because at one of them, I don't know if I really fight for about 5. Maybe that's why Gustavo had a bit longer break. That right hand, man, jeez, that man can bang.
Mm.
But no, it's been, like I say, everybody's just been pushing. Though they've welcomed me into the team, so I'm very grateful for that. You know, I've got them guys. It's just unfortunately a wee bit too far out the way to travel all the time. But you know, I've got the guys at Legends here pushing me through the week, and then when I can get out the Australia top team as well, go out there.
Have you added anything new to your training regimen that you did not use before?
Not really. No, it's not yoga. Yoga, to be honest, yeah. The only thing I really added was yoga. I'm getting like 3-4 sessions a week of it. But though I've still got my coaches back home that's contacting me and sending me over stuff. No, my strength coach Connor Haney from Liverpool, he's been sending me workouts and keeping me up to date, and I've been giving them feedback. You know, so I'm still smashing it. Like everyone's. No, it's not like they've just forgot about me. I'm just out here and starting again. No, it's just they're not with me by my side, but they're contacting me constant. You know, and we're talking back and forth and giving feedback, and things are going well. And like you said, the only thing that really added in probably was the yoga, and and it's helping me massively. You know, with injuries and actually starting to feel it helping my strength. And it's some sweat session too.
How is it getting your ass kicked by some yoga women? You know, are you in a class with a bunch of women?
There's me, a couple of guys, and then most of the women, yeah, like the way they're people's bending that, and you get like older men and women, they're flexible as hell, and I feel like I'm a fucking cardboard box, man. It's just so fucking rigid. I swear, man, my arms and at the start have been, didn't even know how sore it could get, but definitely feeling the difference now. I'm starting to loosen out in that. And, no, like I say, I'm feeling stronger off it as well. It's even helping me get more weight down, so been positive.
It seems like that you are in a good place. Like your confidence is really high. You're getting the best training that you could possibly get. What is your plans for the rest of 2018?
I want to be like if you look at me in the past, man. I used to be active. I was taking like fucking fights one week and then getting offered fights the next week and taking them. Obviously, if I'm ready and if I stay ready all the time, I can do that. But we'll see what happens. But I've got this one, and then there's a UK card in the middle of August, so it's like 8 weeks after this. And I would love to get back in the UK for a fight, because I've got loads of fans and friends and family. And in the UK, it's only 40-minute flight anywhere really to an hour, so everybody will travel. So it'd be good to get you fight in front of the home fans again. And then they're talking ACB's going back to New Zealand in October. Kai Kara France, that's who actually won it for this. But he was being a bit of a bitch and wouldn't take it. Said I need to win a couple of fights. So win this fight, go to the UK, and smash somebody there, and then he can't turn it down then. But he thinks he's going to do UFC and that. So if he hasn't been called up then, or we'll see what happens. Hopefully, get to fight him in New Zealand. I actually would like to beat him in New Zealand even more now, just for the fact that he's trying to turn or do things the wrong way. You fight who's there. My last opponent was 4-2, and it doesn't matter. In ACB and them types of shows, like they're the top shows in the world. You fight who's in front of you. They don't just bring in people just for the sake of it. And that's why I think that, like Sakai Carter, for instance, people like him, that's what they want. They just want little easy fights. So that hopefully by the October, August. So I've got this one, 2 weeks time in Brisbane, and then August UK, and then October, and then that's my contract up then for ACB. 3 nice wins puts me in a lovely position there for the title, or who knows, then maybe some of the UFC or something they might come, and then but I'll see what contract's better for me. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's just about what's going to be better for me and where's the biggest challenge. Because like I said, I always want to be the best now.
No doubt, man. ACB 88, June 16th, Brisbane. You can find Alan Philpott competing with the best in the world. Thank you for your time, Alan.
No problem. I appreciate it.